evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming tonight. My name is Ken Miller. I'm the Director of Guidance for the district. Just wanted to introduce, we have two of our school counselors together this presentation tonight. We have Ms. Lynn Leonardi, who is school counselor at Station North, and Ms. Tina Moore, who is a school counselor at Station East. So we did kind of feel that this would be something that would be beneficial to kind of go through what to expect in high school, transcripts, scheduling, things like that. Obviously, some of you might have older students who, for the last couple of years, being impacted by COVID, maybe miss some information. Once we're done with this presentation will be posted on the Station Guidance website, and we'll also post this on the Station YouTube channel. We are currently live streaming, so once we're finished, it's recorded, it shows up on the YouTube channel, so you can have it, you can go back to it, watch it again, and we'll post the presentation on the Guidance website. So I'd also like to introduce Ms. Hand. She's the department chairperson here at Station Guidance. All right, so thank you for coming tonight. I'm going to get something out of this. Here's Ms. Leonardi, who's going to start the presentation.
Hello, welcome to an intimate evening with guidance. So as Dr. Miller said, we're just here tonight to kind of give you a brief overview of what to expect in high school. Some things we're going to be talking about tonight are just in general the high school years, what you can do from the start to kind of get acclimated to the school and to the idea of what school life, whether you're in 9th grade or 8th grade, we have some 8th grade parents here. The role of a guidance counselor in helping your child's journey, understanding the academic record, which is really key in this whole process. The more you understand, the more your child understands, and the more they can plan for whatever their future goals are and achieve them. We're going to talk a little bit about SATs and ACTs, the PSATs, just a brief overview of that, and then scheduling how that works in the high school. At the end, we'll have a little bit of time for questions. So as you can see, these are the Station North and Station East. This is the staff. It's a great staff. A lot of people are veteran counselors and have been there for a long time. We're a very diverse group, and we all love with our kids. So the East Guidance Office is located on the 2nd floor across from the library. The North Guidance Office is located when you walk in the Octagon to the right. We welcome students and parents. We welcome people to come in there. We want people to feel comfortable coming in, to get to know us, and to let us get to know them. So it's pretty much similar in the way you can make an appointment. You have goldenrod passes that the teachers have in their classrooms that students can fill out to make a pass to come down to guidance, or they can stop into guidance, fill out a goldenrod pass, and make an appointment with us. There's also the option to reach out via email to your counselor, and some counselors have some specific setups that they have where they, ask students to reach out to them in different ways to make appointments, and that you'll get to know over time as your child gets to know the counselor and as you get to know the counselor. But in general, if you have any questions, you can always call or email the counselor at any point. I'll be happy to help and assist you. Some really important things from the get-go to get used to is just having your child get on all the important information. So joining the counselor's Google Classrooms, joining the Remind apps, which is an app that will text information about various events that are going on in guidance, Twitter, the Instagram accounts, and we have all of these things. And it's really important for your child and for you just to be familiar with them, to be on them, so that you know what's going on and you can always prepare and attend all different things. So this is the information for that. It's also up on the website, and once you join them, you can see all this information. And a lot of counselors have it in their underneath their signature. So your counselor probably when they write to you will also have it listed under their signature.
So these are some steps that you can take in order to achieve your goals. Just to add to, the Google Classroom is definitely each grade level has their own Google Classroom, so that's something that my trainers can check on and get more information throughout the years. That's really an important factor, just talking about Google. But uncovering your talents, I think a lot of students in 7th and 8th grade are nervous, even from 8th grade to 9th grade, 9th grade to 10th grade. There are a lot of jumps, so challenging yourself and finding who you are, what makes you tick, asking a lot of questions, stepping out of your shell, reaching out to the guidance counselor as much as you can, encouraging your children to do something different is really important. Having confidence in yourself, coaching for 25 years, I think that's a big thing. Finding that confidence is a huge issue right now with students, being that we're in a pandemic, and being able to communicate. So that's something that we're looking to do is help them find their confidence by talking more, being encouraging them to talk to their teachers more, reaching out to us more. Setting reachable goals, what does that mean? Again, establishing meetings. Some of the things that we're looking to do is have those meetings with the students early on in the grade to get them to look at those, goals that they want, or tapping into what they want to do, what they want to be, and that conversation started earlier, much sooner. Getting organized, that's another one, just based off of like even the pandemic being a full day, now things are running fast and smooth. Getting back into testing, exams, and reach exams, and midterms. That's something that, again, we want to work with the students on getting more organized. Lots of questions, I think encouraging them at home to, ask more questions. There is no wrong question, whether it's like, how do you get working papers? What's the next step, to go to maybe an honors class, something that they're not really sure, or extra help. And then obviously trying new things and challenging yourself. That's one thing we're going to look to do, and we'll show you an academic record of the transcript. Sometimes you start out slower and you're then really strong. That's okay to taper yourself and try different things and try different clubs. So that's something we're going to encourage students to do. Again, as I said, any of the clubs, and there's a ton of activities that students get involved in. And I also think another tool is the actual Sachem East and Sachem North websites. Each day there's announcements that are made. You can actually look on that and see what the announcements are and find out what's happening each day. That's an important thing that your students need to find out, because sometimes they can't hear the announcements. So that's a good thing for clubs. There's a whole list of the clubs. Each school, they have one or two different ones, but there's a ton of them out there that the school can be involved in, and encouraging them to be connected, because that's what we want the students to do, is be connected to the school. And that's one of the big things. Community service. I'm one of the National Honor Society advisors at Sachem East, so community service is a big thing for students, not just because I'm an Honor Society advisor, but also the guidance counselor who works on their academic record. It's something we should be doing you're not benefiting in easy. It's something we go outside the realm and give it back to the community, so that's an important factor. And certainly you can reach out to the advisors about what that means for each club, because each of the honor society has a different criteria. So sometimes I try to tell my parents, even eighth-grade parents, you can be the National Junior Honor Society, but your National Honor Society is a little different. It's a little different tapering. So you want to get those questions answered now as a ninth grader, even as an eighth grader coming into high school. Again, information is power, and that can be very beneficial and helpful. Performance groups, we're a big school. We have a ton of music groups, and drama, we're known for that. Marching band, huge. Those are awesome opportunities for students to step out of their shell and get involved. Outside activities, we get sports, clubs that do a lot of things. There's events that go on throughout the school. Again, using resources to find out what's happening is really an important thing. Courses and electives. Obviously, we want every student to keep the 5 major courses. That includes foreign language. It's important because of college, but again, every student is different. So having those conversations about your child earlier on, foreign language may not be for your child. A higher math may not be for your child. It depends on what they want to do. They may be another pathway they want to go into. So having those conversations earlier, you know your child best, so don't be afraid to reach out to us as well. And your child will do the same thing. And friendships, again, as a ninth grade counselor at one point, connections are important. Sometimes we want to say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So trying to get them involved and communicating with their teachers is super important, and connecting them to whether it's something that they really want to do, but they don't know how to do that, and that's where we come in, is to help out and get that process moving along faster.
So one of the things collectively as a guidance student put together this year was a 9th grade checklist. We had them for juniors and seniors, but this year we put them together for 9, 10, and then we're even going to start in middle school as well. It's hard to see it up there, but it is on the Sachem website. What it basically is kind of a blueprint for what to do when your child gets into high school and different steps that you take during different months, things that are available. So as I was saying before we started to you guys, one of the most important things is to look at the Sachem district calendar from the start of the year every year to see what programs are available, what are things that I can plan to attend with my spouse, with my child, with my sister member, so that I can get the information that I need. We have information about FAFSA, we have information about financial aid. college planning, we have information about curriculum, we have information about NIE, so different programs each year, so it's good to look at the calendar from the beginning and kind of get a sense of what's to come, so you can plan and make what you want to attend. Get to know your child's teachers, you can reach out to them, you can reach out to the guidance counselor. We try to get to know our ninth graders by the end of the first quarter, so that we can start, to establish a relationship with them. So these are all things that are really important. As we showed before, it's really also very necessary to get your child onto the Google Classrooms, onto the Remind apps, so that they have every opportunity to get all the information that's out there that's available. So this checklist can kind of give you a sense of all the different things by month that you can do with your ninth grader, or eventually your eighth grader, or your 10th grader, or 11th grader that you can be doing to help them utilize everything that's teaching us to offer. And again, it's available on the websites.
So we just had a curriculum fair within the school for all the ninth graders. We did it through phys ed classes. And one of the things we recognize is a lot of students go through their parents' student portal. So I just really want to make a preference that, the parent portal, not the student portal. We really want the students to recognize that they should be doing their own student portal so they can check their own grades, they can keep on top of what's happening. So it's a really, really good way for them to be more responsible for their academic performances. A lot of them are going through the parent portal, but being more equipped to knowing what they're doing for themselves, I think is extremely important. And it's a super easy thing. It's just your first initial and your last name, and then to get that's your username, and then the password is your student ID, but sometimes they take it at 0, or sometimes it's 2 zeros. So just make sure it's 9 digits. And then once they're logged on, it's a simple process, and if they need help, they can come right to the guidance office, so we can help them immediately, and they can work on it.
So kind of the role of the guidance counselor is we try to help students, we try to monitor them as much as we can. As I said, we get to know them over the course of their high school career. We want to get to know you as well as their guardians. And we want to help them achieve all their goals. So we try to meet with our students often, and whenever they need to see us, we encourage them to ask questions. So once report cards become available, we try to look at them, reach out to parents if they're initiated, encourage you also to reach out to teachers so that you can get information firsthand from the teachers and then communicate with us. It's kind of like we try to be a unit to help parents, students achieve their goals, understand what's going on academically, and just get to know them over the course of the years. Usually, like I said, in the first quarter, counselors meet with their ninth grade students and try to get to know them, set the foundation. Parents are always encouraged to reach out though and kind of ask any questions. And then there's a curriculum fair that's available to ninth grade where they can go with their gym class and learn about different courses available, in addition to attending the evening program where they can learn about different courses available in the school and electives. Then we start going into classrooms or having presentations to give information to ninth graders about how the process of scheduling works. Both East and North did this last month, and they give information so that they would know, okay, if you're not sure, this is what you should be doing now. We're going to be meeting with you starting in January. Your teachers are going to make recommendations for main subjects. You're going to be responsible for thinking about what you want to take in terms of electives. And we talk to them about what that means, and that we'll go over with them every step of the way as well. You're also encouraged to reach out if you have any questions, but typically the scheduling process for the ninth grade is taking place in January, sometimes a little bit into February, and we try to get them scheduled for future goals into the next year. 9 to 10 is a pretty much a straightforward progression of taking the next step in their progression. And we encourage them to get rid of or get out of the way things that they have to take that are state requirements for graduation, like the 1 credit more for music or health. Same thing with like an incoming 8th grader. We do try to get them, when they come into 9th grade, to have a little bit of an understanding of what the picture will look like so that they can choose things that will make sense and leave them open in 11th and 12th grade to go into courses if they want to take cosmetology if they want to, there's so many more electives available in 11th and 12th grade. So we want them to get rid of the stuff that they have to take so that they take what they want to take in the future. And then, after that, we still meet with them to talk about summer opportunities, Regents exams. We're constantly, we have a very open door policy where they can reach out to us, you can reach out to us with any questions, and we encourage that, because the more information we give you, the better prepared that you will be, your child will be, to achieve their future goals. So one of the most important things, and I feel like this is what a lot of people don't know from the beginning is understanding the academic record. And what that means is how many credits does your child graduate? What does that mean? So it's 22 credits, but it's 22 credits in specific areas. We'll cover that a little bit later on. But it's important to know. It's important to know, how many years of what subject they need. But it's also important to know if they have a goal of going into a certain major in college or pursuing something, what it might take and what they might need to continue on with even after the requirements are fulfilled. So again, it's really important to have an understanding of what is a transcript? A transcript is a document, a legal document, and that's the official document that's going to show every credit area class your child from 8th grade through 11th grade, and then it's going to show that they're taking senior year. And it's going to give colleges or whomever you're showing it to the information on a snapshot of what your child did in high school. It's going to show their final course grades, the class they took, what level it was, and for seniors, it's going to show their weighted and unweighted average. Prior to senior year, it only shows their unweighted average, but senior year will also show the weighted average and the rank in the class. We're going to show you some transcripts in a little bit, but the bottom line is it's important to know what all of this means, and if you don't, ask questions. So we mail home a copy of the transcripts starting in 10th grade along with a credit checklist. So you can expect in 10th grade at some point throughout the year, you get mailed home a copy of the transcript to see where your child is so far, and a credit checklist to see what they've completed so far towards graduation. And this will come 10th grade, 11th grade, and senior year. So you don't get it, you can always reach out, if the mail, something happened, but you should expect to get that starting in 10th grade so that you have an understanding of what is going on with your child academically, because it is really important to have that information.
So this is the breakdown for students. Most students are going to be more than 22 credits, but the minimum credits are 22 overall required credits to graduate. So obviously, each student has to have 4 credits of English. They have to have 4 credits of social studies, 3 credits of math, 3 credits of science, 1 credit of foreign language load. Typically, we're going to encourage them to go to 3 just based off of cost purposes and also for the advanced reasons diploma. PE, you have to have 2 credits, one year, every year you have to take a physical education. A health credit, which is a half credit. Normally, students are taking it in their sophomore years. Now I think we're going to be looking at maybe even freshman year. But that is something they have to have as far as the state requirement. Art and/or music, so it's 1 credit of either or. It doesn't have to be each, it's either or. And then the 11 you need to fulfill the rest of the requirements as far as 22 credits. 3.5 to get a Regents diploma, and then 1.5 the advanced designation. There are different diploma types. If you're looking at this, a Regents diploma is one. Then there's a Regents diploma with honors that has to be 9 or higher in all your exams. And then there's a Regents diploma with advanced designation. I'll explain that in a second. Then there's with honors, and then there's a local diploma that's still available. And there are other ways to graduate. Again, every student, the biggest message is every student is different. There's an individual plan for each student. I think a lot of parents listen to a lot of parents rather than actually having those conversations with the guidance counselor and or the teachers on how to prepare your child. I think that's super important because if we don't have the information, we're going to do what we can to get you the information. But sometimes it's misinformation. I want to make that clear that having those meetings are super important. We're going to be doing that in January, February, March for parents to come in. So that's something to look at. But again, 22 minimum credits that you need to graduate in subject areas. For the Regents diploma, you need English, 11 Regents exam. You need 1 math. It's typically algebra 1, but it could be in any of the 3. Okay. Science, it's 1 science, living environment or earth science. All the students now are really from 8th grade are taking earth science. Not all, but most students are taking earth science, so that could be the first one. In 8th grade, that's our starting an academic record, or 9th grade could be living environment, and that's one that's going to either work or be required. And then there's in social studies, you have global 10 and you have US history. There are other ways to, that's why we encourage kids to continue with, like just because you got earth science doesn't mean you don't want to get living environment because it's an advanced research diploma. But just say you didn't do so well in Global 10, there's other ways to use other Regents exams to get a diploma. So we want to keep that in mind. It's really important to have those conversations Some students are better in some subject areas than others, and then, again, they're pandemic, so they're coming into religious exams, they're not as confident at taking these exams. So we want to make sure that students explore all those options and take all the exams necessary, because you can graduate in other ways. Just want to keep that down as a side note. But the Advanced Religious Diploma has 3 more exams you have to take, and that's something we'll go into further on. But there's the start is you're going to, most students this year will be taking like Algebra 1 or Science this year as a 9th graders.
So this is where it gets really exciting. We're going to show you a sample transcript. Ms. Moon is going to try to minimize the slides for a second so she can zoom in on the transcript. Pretty much when you get the full picture is senior year. In October of senior year, our final transcript is now home. And this transcript is a full snapshot of everything your child did from 8th grade credit bearing classes through junior year. That is what is going to encompass the students' unweighted grade point average and weighted grade point average. Weighted grade point average is additional points that they receive for any honors or AP level classes that they took, and the unweighted is the average of all their classes. You don't see the weighted average on the transcript until senior year, so when you get a transcript out from 10th grade and 11th grade, you're not going to see that. You also don't see the students rank if they're ranked until senior year. So the way ranking works is top 25% of the graduating classes are ranked. They'll get a number out of this student, as you can see on the bottom. This student is ranked 68 out of 476 students. I don't remember where this one is from, but that's what the student was ranked. They're in the top 25% of the graduating class. You can see the weighted grade point average and the unweighted grade point average. You can see how many credits they earned, and as this student said, a lot of times students will earn way more than the 22 credits, because a lot of times, even though they completed the requirements toward the 22 credits, they're continuing on with math, science, their language, different things that give them the credits. So this is what that looks like, and as you can see, you have the grades from their credit-bearing classes in 8th grade all the way through senior year, and you show their senior year classes were listed. So actually, I was having a conversation with one of my seniors today, and I basically said to them, one of my juniors today, we were scheduled for senior year, and I said, you want to make sure you're still taking a really strong senior year schedule, because that's still going to appear on the transcript. Colleges are going to see what you're taking, and you want to make sure that they get a sense that you're challenging yourself all of your time in high school. They don't want to see that you're slacking on senior year. They want to see that you're still challenging yourself. But for grade point average purposes, the cutoff is at the end of junior year. We do send mid-year grades to colleges, but that's way too specific for this presentation. Bottom line is, this is what a transcript looks like senior year. You will get snapshots of it along the way in 10th grade and 11th grade, but the bulk of the information will be your senior year. This is another example of a transcript. This student wasn't rated in the top 25% of the grade, so as you see, there's no rank on there. They will ask their counselor specifically what percentile of the class they fell into, whether it's 30th, 40th, 50th. We'll give them that information so that they can put that on their applications when they're applying to college. But these are really important to kind of get a sense of what is my child doing. One thing people don't realize either is if a failure happens, the student fails a grade, a class, that class still appears in the transcript. They have to repeat the class in high school, which is something that a lot of students, especially 9th graders or 8th graders coming in, don't realize. In middle school, if you fail a class, you don't necessarily, you couldn't get pushed forward, you couldn't necessarily, but in high school, if you fail a class, you have to repeat that class, especially if it's the class you need to graduate. We do have some recital options, but really the best way to go is to pass the class right at the back, so you're not, having to repeat things and then miss out on opportunities like roses and stuff like that. So again, this is where it's really important to understand the academic record and know that what you're doing, whatever it is going to appear on that transcript. And if you don't know that, you might think, oh, if I fail, no one's ever going to know. No, it will appear on the transcript, so it's important to know. So now we're going to go back to the main screen just to pull up the full list of Regents exams. And with Regents exams, it's pretty much a breakdown of when a child may or may not take a Regents exam. So like, for example, earth science could be taken in 8th or 9th grade, algebra in 9th or 10th. These are basically all the Regents exams that are available. The one that's different is the FLATS exam, which is basically a comprehensive exam. It's not a Regents exam that is taken after the 3rd year of a language. this is the exam that students need to pass in order to get the advanced Regents diploma. So in addition to taking the extra courses that, Regents exams and courses that they need to get the advanced Regents diploma, the FLACS is a comprehensive exam in their language after their third level of language that will allow them to get the advanced Regents diploma. So that's why I would say, even though only 1 credit of the language is required to graduate, for an advanced Regents diploma, you do need to go to the third credit. However, as Susan also pointed out, with the different pathways and Regents exams, there's also different options if you can't take a language to fulfill that requirement. There's different sequences you can take in business, sequences you can take in art that can fulfill the requirement if you take enough classes in those areas. If you have a child that can't continue on with the language or for whatever reason isn't taking a language. So the main thing is to talk to your guidance counselor and make sure that whatever your specific situation is, you have an understanding of what the options are and what you can do to make sure your child is best prepared.
Yes.
No, we're saying that if some student is taking Algebra 1 in 8th grade, which a lot of students on the advanced math try to do, they'll take a Regents exam in 8th grade. But if they take it in 9th grade, then they'll take it out in 9th grade. We do have some students though that are taking Algebra 1A in 9th grade, and then they take Algebra 1B in 10th grade. That is the algebra class split up over 2 years. So if that's the case, then they take it after 1B, so that's in 10th grade. So when we have that up there, we're saying that they could take it in 8, or they could take it in 9, just so that nobody's expecting it to be one specific year. That would be the conversation to have with the guidance counselor. Because if your child is in Algebra 1, they're taking it this year. If your child is in Algebra 1A, they're not taking it this year, they're taking it the following year. Any other questions about that?
So again, just to add to that, high school is where you learn the basics, and college is where you learn the specifics. So we're going to encourage the students to go as far as they can academically, whatever that means. Like I said, the individual student should be looked at more than the big picture from everybody else. And I think that's why it's super important to have those conversations with guidance counselors. So course catalog, this is located on the Station East or Station North website. I've been doing this for 25 years. I think this is so cool this year. Like a lot of the teachers, and the chair people got together, and what they did was they created videos of every elective that's available to the students. So on the bottom over here, just jumping ahead, so I'm very excited about this. As a guidance counselor, I'm not sitting in the classroom knowing what the class is. I can go through the book, I can go through my experience, and talk to the teachers, but this bottom part here where it says that it's highlighted in yellow and white, that actually, if you click on that, you can see the videos of every elective that we offer within each school. And I think it's an amazing opportunity for the students to really understand what each elective entails. So that the course catalog is listed on the website. Again, if you want to explore your interests and your options and read and go through the book, because it's important. Like I said, we extended more classes to 9th graders because it's definitely more of an opportunity to take more classes at a younger age. Choosing your courses and creating an academic program can be challenging, and you want to make it appropriate for yourself. So having those conversations when we're doing scheduling is really important. Sometimes we're really trying to get those students to talk to the teachers and they get nervous. So you can use us as guidance counselors, school counselors to help those students have those conversations because they're more nervous. So that's a good option for your child to do. Discussing the recommendations. If you feel that your child is not properly placed, you also can reach out to the teacher and find out more information. I encourage that. You know your child best, so that's an important factor. Like, having that conversation, maybe the teacher doesn't know that your child is very strong in that area, so having that conversation can help them, maybe think differently and push them on to something more challenging for them. But looking ahead is always super important for every child to do that, because there are prerequisites for each course. So if they want something, it's all great. They want to make sure that they do all the proper steps. And it's pretty nicely outlined for you in the course catalog. And if you're confused about it, because it can be overwhelming, that's when you want to definitely make the conversation happen with us and with your child. But like I said, those videos are really cool, and I think it's awesome. Technology is just moving so quickly, but you as parents can see what those courses are yourself by just going on the website and seeing them, and it's pretty neat, I gotta say.
So just to touch on anything I know we works is, at this point, teachers have made main subject recommendations, for what they feel is the appropriate next placement for your child in ninth grade. I think you were telling us before that in middle school they're doing that already as well, but in ninth grade, that's what they do. They're making the main subject recommendations, and then the curriculum there, the evening presentation is how ninth graders learn about the available electives. So when we meet with them in January, we're going over everything in that, and at that point, we've also encouraged them to ask their teachers if they're unsure what they're being recommended for. We've also encouraged them if they think they want to go to an honors level, or if they want to try to challenge themselves more in an AP level course, that they do so. You know, we want students to feel comfortable to challenge themselves and to push themselves, especially if they're doing really well. Our teachers are great. They want to work with the students. We want to work with the students. We want to help students achieve their own measure of success. And so we do encourage them to step out of their comfort zone and try different things, whatever that might be. So pretty much in January, we're going to be meeting with them. We're going to be encouraging them to challenge themselves. We're going to be getting to know again who they are, what their future goals are, and helping make sure they understand what they're recommended for and what that looks like. So that's kind of what that would look like. And, you know, once scheduling is done, it doesn't mean anything's set in stone at that point. Sometimes at the end of the year, placements are re-examined. You know, a student might have been doing better at one point, and then they might start struggling, so the teacher might reach out and say, I think they might be better at a different placement, but this is where communication is key. And again, keeping in touch with the guidance counselor and just making sure that whatever is going on, you have a full picture. So that's kind of what we try to do with the course selection process and in general, you know, what's coming up. With extracurricular activities, as Susan said, there are so many opportunities in the system. There are so many clubs. We keep adding on new ones every year. Students create clubs. You know, we have a female empowerment club. I mean, there's so many amazing clubs that students can get involved in. That's one of my favorite things about Sage, how many opportunities there are. We also have a lot of honor societies. All the information for the honor societies, we're going to talk about in a little bit, and it's on the websites. But we have a club fair at the beginning of the year, and that's one of the things that's on the 900 checklist. That's one of the things that's on that you can find out if you go and look at calendars and things, and your child pays attention to announcements in school that they can attend. And just like with the curriculum fair, they can find out about the different clubs offered in the school. And it's a really great way to kind of say, okay, this is what I want to get involved in. And I always tell my students, you don't want to be a serial joiner. You don't want to join every club in the school. You want to do a few things and do them well. Get to the point where maybe you take a leadership role in the club, or you know, are doing extra things for that club. You know, you want to show a college or whomever, whatever you're going to do in the future, that you're a well-rounded individual and you really need to all sorts of things. The same thing is, you know, with community service. Get involved. It's so important to get involved for whatever the reason is. If you're doing it for an honor society, if you're doing it out of goodness of your heart, get involved. Keep a record of everything that the child is getting involved in. Make sure they have someone sign off on what they did so that can be shown later on, because it's also important for you guys to keep track of what they're doing for community service. Because community service is so important. And then down the road, when they join honor societies, they also have access to community service opportunities and different things. But it's really important to just encourage them to get out there, take advantage of all Sage has to offer. Sports, there's so many great sports, so many great things. The drama club today, when we're setting up for this, is doing their auditions in here. You know, it's a really exciting opportunity to take advantage of a wide variety of things that Sage can provide to the students.
Some of the students are nervous and they're not sure how to step outside. That's where we also come into. I've had many opportunities where I've had students come to my office and I've introduced them to an advisor, you know, or even a student advisor that's involved, like a president or a vice president. Sometimes they need a little push to get involved, but that's the most important thing. We look at honor roll, you know, you have to have a 90 weighted average to be on an honor roll. Weighted average is like 5 major subjects that are involved in the weighted average to get that 90 average. These are several honor societies. They're all different, and each website, Sage East and Sage North, has the information listed. And again, if you're unclear, because right now some of us are, you know, technology has just been blowing up, so we're a little too much right now. Just reach out and ask, you know, ask the guidance counselor, ask the school counselor, and we can kind of get information to who the advisor is, and email them directly. Each one of these honor societies have different requirements. I know for the National Honor Society, it's very different than the Art Honor Society. For the National Honor Society, you started in 10th grade. It goes by what you did in 8th and 9th grade, and your average is important. You have that 90 average, and also when you're looking to be applying, You should start your community service in September. You have to have 30 hours of community service. A lot of people, when they get the application, they're like, we have 2 weeks to do the 30 hours. No, you should be doing it, you should be looking at your records beforehand, like the 9th graders we talked about. And again, I'm here a long time, and I can say that what's really neat about the report card is the report card has the weighted average listed on there as well as the unweighted average. So in 9th grade, you could see what your child is doing and how they're going along each quarter. And if you're feeling that your child has the components to get that invitation, especially for the national site, you have to be invited by your grades. And then you have to fulfill community service hours, which are 30, on top of being involved in 2 clubs. We want the students to be involved. So that's just a little snippet of the National Honor Society. But other honor societies have different requirements. The Art Honor Society is that art, we want to make sure they're taking their art courses. And the same thing with the science, they're being involved in different requirements. As far as like the science classes and do specific things with the science teacher that's involved as the advisor. So that's just something that you can do, and you can certainly get information off the website. We list a lot of information about the National Society to give you some little tidbits like, it's not a good, like going to someone's house and cleaning up is not necessarily honor society community service. Going to the library is community service. Going to the fire department, being a Girl Scout, anything that's a verifiable community service organization where you can get a letter. We don't keep track, as Ms. Leonardi said, as parents, you and children, you have to keep track. You can get letters of information on what you did. So if you were at the Latin Station Library, they're familiar with the process. They'll give you information like it's probably 2 hours of tutoring. So that's something you can do as record keeping. But that's just to give you an example. Every honor site has different requirements, and they're listed on the website, and certainly you direct them in the right place to get more information if you're not sure.
Oh, the fabulous SAT and ACTs. So in 10th and 11th grade, students take the SAT purification. They take it in 10th grade in October, and then they take it again in 11th grade in October. And then they can log into College Board to get their results. And College Board does a great job of breaking down everything that happened with the SAT, where their strengths were, where their weaknesses were, and give you an idea of does my child need, test prep before they take an SAT or an ACT. Or are they, on a good path to get a good score? So it kind of breaks it down for you and then gives you suggestions about ways to improve. So they take it in 10th grade. In 10th grade, it doesn't mean anything. In 11th grade, it still really doesn't mean anything unless you score really, really high, and then a student can be eligible for National Merit Scholarship money. But that's a really, really high score that they have to get. But the bottom line is it's a good way to get a sense. And Station feels very strongly in it, which is why we offer it to all students in 10th and again in 11th grade. That's a good way to compare scores and kind of see what to work on before the SAT and the ACT. So again, it's going to depend on what your student's future goal is. Some schools are test optional, especially after COVID. Some schools have done away with requiring SATs or ACTs. Some are just not requiring them to write them out, but going to bring them back. We have found that some schools, if you're able to send an SAT score, that can only still help the student getting in, give them a better chance to get in some cases, because a lot of students are not sending SAT scores anymore. But the bottom line is, it doesn't work to have your students, not your child, sign up for an SAT and ACT, because these are score ups. Sending the scores is test optional. You do not have to. You only would have to send the scores if a college required them, or if you spoke to your guidance counselor, it's the best way to go. But they're test optional in both cases, so you can take the test a couple of times, and if you don't like the scores, they don't have to be sent. It doesn't hurt. I mean, it hurts a little financially, but overall, it doesn't hurt to take these tests and have your child possibly, if they do really well enough, have another leg up to apply to college. So for the SAT, you register for that on College Board, and for the ACT, it's ACT.org. For students who are special education, there are and have profile floor plans, there are special testing accommodations, and every year mailing books will give you information about how to apply for those accommodations. And you fill it out, and then you have someone who coordinates the building and sends the information to College Board and to the ACT to get special approval so that students can get their accommodations for the SAT and the ACT if they get accommodations in school. It's not a guarantee because we have no control over, a College Board or ACT will honor them, but in most cases, it works out. It's just you have to apply for them separately. So if your child in special ed, it's a good board has a 504 plan. It's good to ask the guidance counselor as well, is the mail, just what opportunities are available for your child in various agencies. So we do recommend, as I said, the 10th and 10th grade, they'll take the PSAT, again, the PSAT in 11th grade. It's usually in October during the school day, and then they'll be able to access the results of the College Board. With the SAT and the ACT, we recommend starting to take them in the second half of junior year, usually like March, April, May, June. And, take one SAT, one ACT. You might favor one over the other. There are two different types of tests. One has a science reasoning component on it that the other one doesn't have, but your child might do better on one than the other. Again, it doesn't hurt you to take it to try, and then take either an ACT or an SAT again, depending on whichever test your child favors more. So we do recommend doing that just so, again, your child can start to see how they're doing and they need to work on certain areas, and if then they're able to present their SAT scores to college. Again, coming in at the grade that you guys are in, more colleges might go back to requiring them again, they're not really sure, so it's a good idea to still be giving them the opportunity to take it one way or the other, pairing them to take it, so that they have the opportunity to use them or not use them, depending on what their goals are, and depending on what happens if the schools are requiring. Oh, and just so you know, now they're going to be, starting in June, they're going to be computer, they're not going to be paperless in the exams. So that's going to be a fun thing, but it might be better, especially since the kids are so much more computer savvy than all of us. We might actually help.
Again, like taking the SAT and the ACT, you're not gonna know how you do unless you take the test. And you can see how you do, so like the SAT results are super important. Sometimes I think it's harder than the actual SAT. There's a snippet for every student's on Castle Learning. Castle Learning is a little area that you can check on that has another test prep. It's another avenue to use. We have a new SAT, ACT course that we have in schools. In our school now coming into this year and it's next year as well, and therefore on to do the SAT and ACT prep course, so that's important for parents to know. But with that said, the NCAA information, we're having a recruiting presentation on February 4th, which is a Saturday at 10 a.m. I think if your child is somebody who's an athlete and they're interested in playing at the sport, there are recommendations that you have to have in order to be an athlete, and each, Division 1 is different than Division 2, which is different than Division 3. There are steps that you have to take. You want to make sure that you tell your guidance counselor sooner than later. Again, the most important thing I can stress is that each student is an individual student and has an individual pathway. So again, if you're somebody who may not know that you're going to go to Division 1 and you really want to have that conversation, that could be something you're interested in, just a place for a college. Because there, like I said, that you have to make sure that grades and SAT and ACT matters. And you want to monitor you and make sure that you can last on your college campus for 4 years. And you have to make sure that you can do that. And each requirement is important that they follow. So there's an NCAA pin number that you're going to have in your junior year. And we'll go through that process. But alerting the counselor that you're interested in, and also your high school coach or your club coach, that is an important factor to help them along with the recruiting process and to make sure that they have the right requirements in order to be able to participate in college. So again, future thoughts to consider. What are my future goals? I think that's a conversation that you want to have, and then encourage that, with the school counselor, having meetings with the school counselor. I think I'm so happy that you guys are able to come out tonight and meet in person. Sometimes it's obviously so better than, through live streaming and Zoom and all that stuff. So it's nice to see people and to have these appointments and be able to come in is great, especially when your child's there. So I encourage you to do that. What it will take to achieve your future goals. I think having those meetings are again important because we get to know each other. We can kind of tap into different areas by having these conversations more often. I also think having conversations with the teacher, sometimes your child will say, call the teacher. Sometimes it's really important to call the teacher because they have information that may be really important to you that you're not aware of, you're not sure about. I know that they get nervous, especially with COVID and the pandemic that happened. I think it's just, again, the more you open the door, maybe the teacher doesn't know something and you can provide that information that will make them a better student. Why college, career, military, tech, every student is different. There's a different pathway as we talked about. Maybe college isn't for students. I know I'm finding a lot of students are wanting to get a job, and I'm students are going to the military, and a lot of students are going to something. because it's cheaper and they're not really sure what they want to do, and they're being more mature about it, which is kind of a cool thing, because they can now then transfer and go somewhere else. And honestly, that's what your ending is, your diploma is going to say that school. So there's a step that you can take that is, why being in BOCES, getting a license in BOCES in your junior and senior year, like when you do cosmetology, you come out with a license in your senior year, you can come in and still go to college. So there's a lot of things that you can do and that can help out in having these conversations. How like pay for college. In September, we usually have a financial aid on September and October. Again, that's a really great presentation. I think every parent should be involved in with their child because they're also responsible for their needs. And that gets on later on when they're juniors and seniors. But again, as I mentioned earlier, there's your sophomores that you go, or your years. How I get into the military. We have an ASVAB program that we run with each guidance counselor. Both schools are running an ASVAB. They have a test that they can take where they can see where they fit in, and we have people they can speak to that come in, and recruiters that they can talk to about what levels they can go into. There's a lot of avenues and presentations that we have. So that's something that students can look further into if they know that's something they're really interested in doing. The most effective way, what is the most effective way of talking to teachers? Sometimes, starting a process with the school counselor and the student and the teacher, having a three-way conversation can be helpful. Sometimes not having you there, and then they can bring you in. It can also be another avenue, emailing. A lot of kids are emailing us more now because they're more involved in the computer. Setting up meetings with the teachers alone, and or having teacher conferences earlier on in the year, maybe like the third week, to get to know the teachers and having that interaction can be also very helpful. And finally on track is looking at the portal, seeing the transcripts that get out every year. As Ms. Leonardo said, 10th grade transcript gets sent home, 11th grade, and then 12th grade. We definitely want that to happen for you guys as parents to be able to keep track by looking at the report cards. Putting yourself out there, having conversations with the teachers. If you feel that your child's slipping, contact the school counselor, and then we can maybe, like I said, set up a meeting for your child to better themselves, and maybe they're missing something. Some students are maybe taking an AP class for the first time, and they're trying their best to work at it, but they're having struggles and they don't know how to ask for help. Encourage your child to do that if you can. If they can't do it, then reach out to us. We'll set up a meeting with the AP teacher. I've done that many times where it just takes the pressure off because they're definitely struggling more now with the communication piece. So those are just some ideas that just to put that out there. But these are things that you can think about and address. And if you're feeling that you're struggling, make that call to us, email us, and certainly we can set something up. Thank you for participating. If you have questions, certainly we'd like to take some of your questions if you have any right now. But we definitely were happy to see that you were able to come out and join us tonight. Just want to say thank you.
Yeah, if we leave you with nothing else, just get to know the guidance counselor, get to know all the opportunities that are available in these stations so that your child can take advantage of them, because there's so many wonderful things, and I don't think everybody always knows because they don't even know where to look. So I hope that tonight I give you a good idea of where to look, who to talk to, some of the things that are available so that if you have further questions, you can reach out and get the information you need. Anyone have any questions for us?
Alternative to a foreign language. Can you just go through the pathways? I know you do a tech pathway.
Right, yeah, so like a student who would be doing a business pathway, they have to take 5 additional credits in, business class credits. So that can be made up of semester electives and full year electives, but if they're looking to do that, it just has to be enough room throughout the 4 years to get that all done. And that's something that we've had students do if they're not going to fulfill the language requirement. The thing to think about though is depending on what a future goal is, like if a kid is looking to become a teacher, knowing how to speak a foreign language, especially in this day and age, Spanish especially, can be something that can open doors. So if that's your child's goal, it's a better way to go and keep the language if they're able to. So that's why we've also really been trying to say tonight, individual growth for your child is something to have a conversation with the guidance counselor about and make sure that we work together to help them achieve their goals, because what's right for somebody else might not be right for their.
They should start at 10.
Start, that's,
Yeah.
honestly, it really happens. It's a matter of having a conversation, and then the earlier the better with anything, but sometimes they don't know right away. So at any point they're thinking about it, they can ask, and they can give a discussion of what can still fit in and how that will work. It's never too early to start thinking about anything, but typically in ninth grade, we encourage them to get their one credit or music out of the way and to start exploring things that they want to